Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time. I know it's been months since I've made a video, and some of you guys probably follow me on Instagram and have seen that I bought a new car. But for those that don't follow me on Instagram, that hasn't seen my new car, I actually purchased a new car, and it's actually been purchased for quite some time now. I just really haven't had the time or the motivation to make any videos just because I've been so busy here at the shop that I just honestly didn't have a reason to make videos. But today I finally felt motivated. I finally felt like it's time. I got to pick up the camera. I got to make a new video. So today I'm going to show you guys my new car that I bought. And for those who have been following me that has seen my car, you guys finally get to see more of the car, because I know you guys only see photos of it, usually the outside. So I'll show you guys the inside of the car, as well as what's been done to the car and the sound of the car, and probably take some people for a ride today and show you guys some reaction as well. So let's get to it. So here we have my 2008 Superleggera. It is a one of 34 in the world. This color is Grigio Telesto. So this car specifically, which is the pre-LP, which is the 5.0 engine, which I personally prefer over the 5.2. The 5.2 is the one that sounds like, Huracans and Gen 2 R8s and Gen 1 R8s. Now this color, there's only 34 of these made in the pre-LP Superleggeras, and here's one of them. So as you guys can see, the car's in great condition. Honestly, it doesn't have any PPF. There are rock chips that you honestly probably can't even tell because of the color, but I actually bought new wheels for it. These are HRE's 305Ms. Let me show you guys the interior too while we're at it. So the Superleggeras come like this from factory. So everything's pretty much Alcantara. So the dash is Alcantara, floorboards right here, door sills Alcantara, seats are Alcantara, the roof's Alcantara, and then besides anything that's not Alcantara, so pretty much 99% of this car on the interior, if it's not Alcantara, it's going to be carbon fiber. So as you guys can see, this car was opted out for a full carbon package for the interior. So you have the center, which is standard on all of them, but this piece here is an option, as well as everything else in the center. And then the door cards or panels are actually carbon fiber as well. So the car's in great condition. I got the car with, I think it was like 17,000 miles. I actually just hit 20,000 miles just the other day. So there's more to this car than what you're seeing. It's not just a Lamborghini Superleggera or Gallardo Superleggera. This car is actually built by Underground Racing. This car actually makes a lot of power. So the car actually comes with a built motor from UGR, and it's twin turboed. You guys heard that right, twin turboed. So some of you guys are probably wondering how much power this thing makes. I know I probably haven't really announced it on social media. For those that actually has been following me, you guys don't know exactly how much power it's making and what fuel it's running. So let's get into depth with that, so I can explain to you guys how crazy and wild this car is. So hopping inside of the car on the driver's side seat, you guys can see now more in depth of everything going on in this car, and you can understand why I love this car so much. And it's always been a dream car of mine. Like, owning a Lamborghini Gallardo was one of my dream cars. I actually was originally looking at Huracans, and this is before I bought the R8. And I love the Huracan, but there's something about the Huracan that just kind of felt artificial to me, and I preferred the raw feel of it. So this car, as you can see, a lot of you guys asked, it is not gated. There are only 4 Superleggeras made in the world that came manual, allegedly. I have not seen a single Superleggera that came in manual ever. Nothing was ever documented. So overall, this car, as you already know, it's a Lamborghini, right? But the price point of this car versus any other Lamborghini besides a Murcielago is probably the second car that I would really love to have. I felt like, I wanted to sell this car and, change to a Murcielago or a Aventador, because, V12. But then once you start driving this car and you see how much power this thing makes and the feel of the car itself, the experience that you get from this car, there's none to it. Like, It is ridiculously fast. It sounds amazing. The 5.0 has the high-pitched Lamborghini sound that the 5.2 doesn't have. Like hearing a Huracan or an R8, it has more of a deeper tone and like, you know, factory burbles and stuff like that. But a lot of people prefer Murcielagos and, you know, 5.0 Gallardos because it has a high-pitched Lamborghini sound. You know, like kind of like the V8 from Ferrari, like a F430, for example. A lot of people like it because it sounds really high pitched, like an exotic. And I feel like the 5.2 doesn't have that sound. It doesn't really give you that experience like you're driving a Lamborghini because it doesn't sound like one. You know, a lot of times you'll hear a Lamborghini and you can't tell it's a Lamborghini because it has like a weird sound to it. And you can't distinguish it from other cars except you start hearing the factory burbles and stuff like that. Then you're like, oh, it sounds like a Lamborghini. But when you hear one of these like 5.0 or you hear a Murcielago or a Aventador, you know it's a Lamborghini because of the high-pitched sound. And that's why I love this car so much. So this color is actually my favorite color out of all Lamborghini colors available, the Grigio Telesto. So let me show you guys more in depth of the engine bay. So behind here we have the Underground Racing Stage 3 twin turbo package from UGR. Now this package is not cheap by any means. You know, obviously it's not feasible for majority of people, but I got a really good deal on this car, and it came with the motor, turbos, and stuff like that. So this car is pretty much factory. The only thing that isn't is the engine and the wheels. So you could see here, this is actually where the turbo sits. Here's one and here's two. So, I mean, the plumbing and everything done by UGR is insane. If you didn't know what you're looking for, to be honest with you, I would assume this thing was factory. Like if we moved these blow-off valves somewhere else and hid it underneath, or, you know, they were black and tucked under here or something like that, or maybe even over here, or maybe even made a pipe here and then just hit it underneath, it would look so stealth. You wouldn't even be able to tell that this thing's twin turboed. Again, unless you know what you're looking for. But to the naked eye, once you open this up, you're like, oh, it doesn't look crazily modded. So a lot of you guys probably think that I modded this exterior. No, I didn't do anything. The only thing I did was wheels, and besides that, it's lowered. Everything on this car is factory. Everything comes factory for Superleggera. So if you actually take a look at it, well, this bumper is actually off of LP570, so it's actually off of a newer Superleggera. That's the only thing changed on the exterior and wheels. But besides that, the side skirts carbon piece, that's factory. The carbon fiber mirrors, that's factory. If you come back here, the rear deck is carbon fiber, that's factory. This is plexiglass, again, that's factory. This wing is factory. This rear diffuser is factory. Everything about this car is factory. There's nothing modified on this car. So let's get into details with how much power the car makes. The car makes 1,000 horsepower on pump gas. Yes, you heard that right, on pump gas. On high boost, on race fuel, which is MS109, it makes 1,300 to the wheels. Yes, 1,300. And this car weighs about 3,000 pounds. So you can imagine how fast this car actually is. Like every time I take somebody for a ride, or I take it out, because I don't drive it too much, but whenever I do, I get scared shitlessly. It's insane. It's fast. So every single person that has gone in this car can vouch for how fast it really is. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I love the car, because it's fast, but it drives like factory. So you can't even tell that it's modified when you're driving it. When you're sitting in passenger seat, you hear the turbo sounds, but besides that, it drives OEM. Like you cannot even tell that it's actually modified. That's what I love about this. And like everything about what UGR has done to this car, it's amazing. Another question I get all the time too is, do I miss R8? Sometimes I do, because it was a car that I built and it took a while for me to build it to what I wanted it to be. But to be honest with you, I don't really miss it. You know, a lot of you guys probably wonder, you know, how much more do I like the Lambo over the R8? honestly, I would pick the Lambo over the R8 every single time. Like, the Lambo has a completely different feel to it. The driving experience of how it drives versus the R8 is completely different. The R8 drives like a gentleman's exotic car. You could take it, you know, cross country. I drove the car to Vegas, and the R8, it was super comfortable. I loved it. But the Lambo, on the other hand, it is menacing. Like, you drive that thing, it gives you every feel of the road. Every turn you take, you feel it planted. Every bump you hit on the road, you'll feel it. It's a different experience. Like, it drives so much more harsh, but I love it. Like, the engagement of the transmission as well, because it is a e-gear. It's so rough that when you get on it, every single time you shift, it just throws you back in the seat, and it's different, you know? Like, it's technically the same car, you know, same chassis, but the driving experience is completely different. Like, I personally prefer the Lambo feel over it. Not just because it's a Lamborghini, but the experience that you get from driving the car. You know, like driving the R8, it's honestly kind of like a car that you can drive every single day comfortably. The Lambo, honestly, I cannot. Like, I hate driving this damn car in the traffic, and that's why I don't really drive it. You know, hitting traffic every day, which I do. I drive home on the 405 freeway every single day, and it's horrible. But when it's open, wide open, and I get on it, I love it. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, don't post the shit on there.
I'm posting it. All right, so what do you think?
I love it.
All right, so Brandon over here is one of my really good friends. He has a built N54 that should be making how much?
300 horsepower.
Yeah, right. So let's go for a ride. All right, so you're gonna be holding my camera facing you.
All right.
What's the fastest car you've been in?
I would probably say the twin turbo Ferrari.
Which one?
It's 360, so it's small, I guess.
How much power?
I think that one only has like 950. So.
All right, so we give you a good comparison. The reason for the questions is I want to have people be able to relate to how fast it actually is. And, you know, you having a built N54 as well. Jesus. 40% throttle.
Definitely faster than my car. Good God.
I still have 300 horsepower more.
Jesus Christ. What's it tuned at right now?
1,000.
Okay, so your 1,000 feels way faster than my, we'll just say 300 horsepower. Good God. Worth your time? Wow. Yeah.
All right, so now we got another passenger in the car, someone who hasn't been in very many fast cars either. So I'll have you hold the camera. Okay. All right, I'll ease into it so you can feel it.
Okay. That was easy.
that's easy. Ready?
Yeah. I couldn't breathe for like a second. Like I literally lost my lung. It was so fun.
It's like the rush that you get to your head.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God. I want to go again. That was so fun.
We'll go again.
actually feel like my heart kind of like
Skips
jump
a
up.
beat, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back in the car, time to drive home in traffic. So that pretty much concludes today's video. As you guys saw, you guys can see from people's expression, you know, Brandon's and Morgan's expression, you could understand how fast this car truly is. And I honestly love this car, and I don't think I'm ever gonna sell this car. It's honestly, it's an experience that I'll probably never have again. I don't think any car will give me the same experience as this car. It doesn't give me the same excitement as this car. And quite honestly, I don't think there's anything that's gonna be faster than this car that I could ever see myself buying. You know, obviously moving towards the future, we already know that there will be electric cars, hybrids, and to be honest, I'm not looking forward to that. Everybody's moving towards a hybrid vehicle, so like Lamborghini's doing a V12 hybrid, and I think the new Huracan replacement is going to have a V8 twin turbo, kind of like the Urus. And I think moving forward with every single platform, it's going to be like that. I mean, if you see Ferrari, they moved to SF90, which is now a hybrid car. So you're never going to have that raw, naturally aspirated car that you can just modify to this extent. Moving forward, you can still modify the engine, make it a little bit faster, but there might be some complications with the electronic system inside of that. Who knows, maybe you can output more amperage, make it faster and stuff like that, but they will never sound the same like how these sound, you know, V10s and V12s, and let alone, you know, Lamborghinis, you know, the way that they sound. So that's pretty much for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I haven't done any videos for quite some time, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this video that I kind of procrastinated on. So hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, let me know what other content you guys want to see, whether it's E90 M3, E92 M3, 335, whatever it is. Comment down below, let me know, because I gotta know what you guys want so I can, you know, think about the next video to make. There's obviously cars over here at the shop for me to work on and drive and, you know, just build. We have a lot of builds going on, so I can film quite a lot of stuff, but I don't know what you guys want to watch, so comment down below, please. But besides that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you guys are. That's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.